the blue speaks for itself, and Joe Biden's margins within those counties lopsided.
Because people see a lot of red in Pennsylvania, but those counties have limited populations.
They do. Most of them do. And so you come up where I just said Luzerne. This is one of the larger ones, right? The president gets 84,000 votes. Look, do not underestimate the president's popularity in Pennsylvania. He turned out a ton of votes in Pennsylvania when he came out to statewide. He got 3.3 million votes. 4 years ago, when he won Pennsylvania, he got 2.97 million votes. The problem for the president in Pennsylvania is not that he did not turn out his vote. He got more votes this time than 4 years ago. That's a good job. You're an incumbent president. You're looking at your last map. I need to match that. I need to do that again. Well, he more than did it again here. Joe Biden just beat him. I mean, we're not at the finish line yet, but Democrats, more Democrats came up. But you're right. To most of these points, this is conservative country. It is Trump country. Look at the numbers he's getting. Then look at the population. 1,700 people here to win the county. You move down to Cameron County. You move down here to Elk County. It's 11,000. It's a little bigger, but there are 67 counties in Pennsylvania. This is the 59th in terms of size. Now, there are some that are modest size. They're no giant. Most of these red counties are modest. This one's the 50th in population, Jefferson County. That's 17,000 votes and you're winning. But just think about that. The president's winning there with 17,000 votes. That's a wow. That's impressive. The president's doing fine. 17,000 votes. But then you come Allegheny County, Joe Biden is leading with 408,000 votes, and they're still counting. And then you come over to the southeast corner of the state in Philadelphia, Joe Biden is leading with more than 500,000 votes. So like these counties, don't get me wrong, this is impressive for the president, and they add up all those red counties. But Joe Biden there's a formula for a Democrat to win, because the Republicans going to bring those up, 10,000 here, 15,000 here, maybe 25,000 there. The way the Democrats counter that is that 500,000, so more than 400,000 votes out of Philadelphia. You come in here, another 300,000 and a gap over there. You come in here, another 180,000 when you round that up here. The population center of Pennsylvania is right here in southeast Pennsylvania. The suburban color around it, 200,000 votes here versus 116,000 for the president. You'll take that 200,000 every day. Over 7,117. No offense to the people of Potter County. These are fabulous territories, a lot of agriculture in Pennsylvania. It's an incredibly diverse and fascinating state. The president did his job. He turned out his votes. Remember all those Trump rallies in the final weeks? The president did his job and turned out their votes. The problem for the president, that 27,000 vote lead for Joe Biden likely to grow, because the Democrats, including the former vice president who was born right here in Scranton, Pennsylvania, he did his job as well. And the Democrats, in a very competitive state, in a high turnout election, Joe Biden turned out more.
He might wind up doing in Pennsylvania what he did in Michigan and Wisconsin, and recreate that so-called blue wall.
And that will be one of the stories of this election. This is what made Donald Trump president 4 years ago. Stunned the Democrats. Just frankly stunned the Democrats. Donald Trump, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. He tried it in Minnesota, but here's where we were 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this was the wow that changed America and put Donald Trump in the White House. And Joe Biden, from the very beginning, remember how progressives said, no, he's wrong. He's not the man for this moment. He can't do that. That was the central mission of the Biden campaign all along. I'm the blue-collar guy who has an appeal with blue-collar workers. One of the interesting things, Wolf, and this will be studied, we have to get to the finish line, right? We have to get to the finish line, call the race, make sure we know who the president-elect of the United States is, and move on. But as people study this in years, one of the fascinating things is when you look at it, Joe Biden did not take a lot of votes away from Donald Trump. That's not what happened. That sometimes happened in an election. You beat me last time with 12. I have to come at you and take some of your guys away. That's really not what happened. You'll find pockets of that, but mostly what happened is the president turned out his voters and turned out more of them this time. The Democrats just learned the lesson of 2016, and they came to play.
And both of these candidates masked up, even during a coronavirus pandemic, got huge turnout. We're waiting for Joe Biden to address the nation. We'll have live